Hi, welcome. My name is Amy Neiman, and I'm the VP of Customer Success here at Data.World. And in this session today, we'll share why we think personas are key for driving successful adoption in a data catalog or other data strategy initiative. We'll provide an overview of how to develop these personas, and then we'll share some examples of our own. Let's dive in now. Our agenda is how we approach developing personas, what has been some of our best practices and lessons learned as we develop these personas, how you gain buy-in as you're creating them because you need more people's help. And then once you've created them, what's next? What can you do? And then at the end, I've asked some of our customer success directors to walk you through the personas that we've created for a data catalog. Let's get started. Since the very beginning, Data.World has focused heavily on the user's experience. We believe that developing personas really ensures focus is placed on all the users of a data catalog, whether that's somebody producing the data or somebody consuming that data. By seeking to understand the user as a person, you can help them along their data journey. And even more so, knowing your personas, you can create a better experience, foster greater adoption, and really generate more value out of your data catalog. We've discovered that by establishing a strong foundation of varied personas, you can onboard users faster and more efficiently. You'll find it actually saves your team's time, and it'll help every new member maximize the value they get from the data catalog. Secondly, it'll bring together focus and collaboration in your data work. You'll see new possibilities and solutions to maybe past problems or bottlenecks. And then third, but not least, by building solid persona framework, you'll be able to extend and take this knowledge into other data initiatives. Over time, we've established some best practices when developing data personas when working with organizations. Here are 5 things you can consider or should consider as you go about getting started. 1, at a high level, understand your overarching business goals and objectives for your organization with data. Then map down to the user's objectives and their associated data flows. This will really help create alignment as you go through the process. Second, gather all your quantitative and qualitative data that you have, surveys, usage metrics, maybe numbers and types of data requests, turnaround times, questions that people ask about data quality or data lineage, really things that give and help people have the context they need around data and really help enable people to trust that data. Next, consider doing small interview sessions with the sample questions like, how do you and your team work with data? How do you collaborate with other teams when you're working around data? What, if any, are your biggest challenges you have when working with data? What issues would you like to solve first? How does someone new on your team learn about available data sources and the best practices using them? And what's the process for requesting access to data? Now that you have that information, you can begin workshopping your persona development with a team, because it really is a team effort. You'll want to create a template or an outline. This is an example of ours. It has things like what type of roles these people have, who do they report to, who do they collaborate when they're working with data, how they describe in their tasks and their role in their own words. Most importantly, what are their goals and their needs? Once you have that information, you go into what are their tasks and activities that they do, what kind of data tools and technology do they use, and then most importantly, as they go through this process, what are they thinking and feeling? Once you have this, you can set about to complete an initial version for each one of your personas. Now, here's a pro tip. Time bound how much you want to spend on each individual persona. Don't spend all your time on the first one and leave too little time for the last one. Next, you'll want to validate early. Test, learn, adapt. I really like to think of the idea of progress over perfection. You should see personas as a living document. They're going to grow and change over time. Now, the last point is, do have an idea of what success looks like for you. It could be something like, what does good look like? Or what do you want your users, or how you want your users to interact? with data in the organization. Or maybe it's just, what does a repeat purchaser or loyal customer of your data look like? Take that information and know that's what you're aiming for. But keep in mind, you'll likely need to gain buy-in for developing personas. How do you get the help you need? Because let's face it, people generally are super busy. So you need to help them understand what's in it for them. The ways we've gone about that is, first, look for the data pain in your organization. Seek to fully understand what they are trying to achieve or accomplish. And don't make assumptions here. Get to the real heart of the matter. Identify what happens if your organization simply does nothing or continues down the current path. What does that look like time down the line? And then decide to solve maybe just that first single pain. Win on that, and then celebrate that win. Build the momentum for additional wins. And remember, you can't help if you don't know, and you really do have to fully understand what is foundational so that you know how to prioritize appropriately. So you now have V1 of your well understood and focused personas. What comes next? With this increased insight and understanding of your data consumers and your data producers, you might choose to further journey map your personas to see how they traverse the data ecosystem, seeing where the intersections are, where the fast lanes, where the slow lanes, maybe where roundabouts are. You could also tailor your onboarding to the data catalog or other tools by persona. You can build out metrics and dashboards and advanced analytics to measure both people and the data as it grows. You could explore and identify what data is relevant and why. And most importantly, one that I think is really important, commit to revisit and review your personas, let's say annually. Learn and keep refining on these as time goes on. Now, I've asked several of our Data.World customer success directors to talk you through our data catalog personas. Let's take a look.
Hi, my name is Carson Stones, Customer Success Director at Data.World. Today, I'll be introducing the persona of Data Steward. Data stewards hold a variety of roles at every organization, but typically they seem to have data management or system admin somewhere in their titles. Regardless of their title, data stewards typically report to the program manager, VPs, and other business unit heads, but they collaborate with everyone. This can include data producers like engineers and other data owners, but it also includes data consumers like analysts, scientists, and other subject matter experts. I like to share this quote from one of my data stewards because I think it summarizes the role well. I have subject matter expertise with the data going back 15 plus years, so I know that data set very well. I spent a lot of time answering broad questions for business units and am part of the ideation group for generating unique solutions to problems that don't already have a tool. The data steward's goals include curating data for analysts. This can include various activities like sourcing, documenting the metadata, and even contract negotiation with vendors. The data steward's other primary goal is to ensure that the right data is in the right hands and being used in the right ways for the right reasons. It's a tough job, but someone's got to do it. So bottom line, the data steward needs first to get the right data into to the right people fast. Second, to empower the data users to self-service their existing data. And third, to establish governance metrics that allow them to take action at scale. Data stewards have a variety of activities and tasks that they need to do, including defining business requirements, evaluating new data sources, writing documentation, querying databases, building dashboards, and delivering data to clients. Data stewards use a variety of tools to accomplish these tasks, including Excel, Power BI, Tableau, and most importantly, Data.World. To conclude, data stewards think about the data because they are the subject matter experts for those specific data sets. When other people have questions about the data steward is their go-to resource. Data stewards should be obsessed with the quality and accessibility of the data that they own. And the reason is their fundamental goal is to ensure that the end users who rely on those data sets can trust the data every time they need it.
Hey everyone, this is Rupinder Bajwa, Customer Success Director here at Data.World. Today, I'll be introducing the persona of a data engineer. Data engineers hold a variety of roles and titles at every organization. An example of a few would be a data architect or ETL developer. Data engineers typically report to VPs, business unit heads, and the program manager, but collaborate with a wide variety of teams and individuals such as data stewards, data owners, project managers, subject matter experts, and leadership. Now, I'd like to share a quote with you from one of our wonderful data engineers that summarizes this role. I ensure that my organization's data is accessible and within the parameters governed by our overarching data vision, strategy, and priorities. I handle movement of the data within the pipeline and orchestrate extracts that feed business intelligence and data science. I also complete ad hoc requests that require more custom solutions. A data engineer's goals consist of collecting, connecting, understanding, processing, and automating data resources. A data engineer needs to improve data trustworthiness for data consumers by defining key data sources, how they're used and their limitations, how often they're updated, and responding directly to user questions. Some of the tasks and activities that a data engineer might be working on are to maintain a high quality data infrastructure that's well understood, performant, and used within governed parameters, improve data reliability, efficiency, and quality, understand the downstream impact of ETL changes, set up use case data sources and integrations, and efficiently onboard new data sources. Data engineers utilize a variety of tools and tech to accomplish these activities, including, but not limited to, Data.World, of course, Sparkle, databases and connectors, BI tools, and Excel. Diving into the first person view, a data engineer also thinks through this question regularly. Does our organization's data align with the 6 dimensions of data quality? Accuracy, completeness, consistency, timeliness, validity, and uniqueness. This person also feels like the central cog that ensures that data is flowing correctly, all the consumers of said data are able to access and utilize it according to their use cases, and that this data is accurate. And that is a quick summary and breakdown of the overall data engineering persona. They're an integral component towards the success of your data strategy and vision. Thank you for your time and have an excellent day.
Hi, my name is Liza Madden. I am the Customer Success Director at Data.World. I'm going to walk us through the data analyst persona. Data analysts, sometimes referred to as business analysts, occasionally referenced as data scientists. These are data consumers that report up to the business stakeholders that are distributed throughout the departments within an organization, and they collaborate with a wide variety of colleagues. The data stewards are owners of the data, the data administrators, program managers, and data engineers, as well as the business stakeholders that employ them. From their perspective, their role is to find, understand, access, and reuse existing data to derive and communicate insights about the current state of the business, as well as looking at the business from a historical perspective. Their goals are to share insights at appropriate technical granularity and to accelerate data's time to value within the organization. From a needs perspective, they need easy to find, normalized, clean, ready to use data. They need a single source of truth for the business term definitions. They need clear, intuitive data quality and governance signals. And they need flexible ways to share their data and analysis projects. The tasks that data analysts typically embark on: conducting an analysis and building models that allow business decisions to be made, creating workflows from data sources to insights, searching across data, discussions, and analysis, and requesting access to data and analysis when needed, communicating insights through clear and effective reports and data visualizations. The tools that they leverage: heavy users of the data catalog, Power BI, Tableau, Looker, depending on their organization's standard tool set, and strong users in Excel. The data analyst thinks about the context for the data. Who is the owner? What are the policies around effective and compliant use of the data? How can they trust the accuracy of the data that they leverage? They feel strongly about efficiency and transparency. How can they quickly access trusted data resources and not reinvent the wheel? And they want their work to contribute as a trusted and accessible asset for the larger team. That, in a nutshell, is the data analyst persona.
Hi, my name is Kirby Heisler, and I'm a Customer Success Director here at Data.World. And today I'm going to be walking you through the administrator persona. Another name you might hear for this role is a program manager. This person typically reports to VPs, directors, possibly even CDOs, CIOs, or COOs. They collaborate with essentially everyone on the data team, from leadership to data stewards, data analysts, and data engineers. In their own words, they may describe their role as managing a day-to-day operations of an enterprise data catalog platform, including directing the cataloging of analytics data, usage monitoring, and company-wide training courses. Their main goals are really going to be a healthy catalog, so things built out as far as terms, KPIs, and data sets that are made in a usable end user way. Another big goal of theirs is going to be end user adoption, so people actually logging in and utilizing the catalog, and then business ROI to report back to leadership. Some needs are a strong data team to help build out a healthy data catalog, and then end user adoption again. Some of their typical tasks look like ensuring the catalog is in working order for all team members, managing membership, so who has access to the catalog, managing the different metrics, catalog rollout and training of end users, and they have a large focus on identifying and building out new use cases to further demonstrate how to discover inventory and organize data assets quickly and accurately, which helps them grow actionable insights within their data catalog to transform their business. Another main focus of theirs is going to be personalized user experience that brings data producers and consumers together in a data catalog to overcome knowledge gaps that stand in the way of reproducible, trustworthy analytics. This will increase the understanding of their data personas, improve how they work with data, identify greater opportunities to share, collaborate, and govern, and also measure data within their organization. They're focused on always on communication. This is a crucial step that ranks highest among the key attributes towards successful transformation. It removes the unknown and makes change easier. It helps them market their data catalog internally with a galvanizing mission statement, and guides every task, launch event, and monthly newsletters that they may send out. Another focus of theirs is having an open and extensible technical ecosystem that supports rich data environment and integrates across the entire modern data stack, easily incorporates their new data and analysis tools into their workflow, so new silos do not develop. They also focus on increasing data literacy and awareness among the organization to ensure that their data citizens have the skills they need now and in the future to increase greater awareness. It moves towards higher quality data and ultimately drives better business outcomes through training and empowering team members to take active role in their data catalog. Some tools that you might see them use in these process. Ideally, the main tool that they will be using is Data.World or their data catalog, as they're in charge of running the catalog. Some other tools you might see them use frequently is things like Tableau or other BI tools. The way an administrator typically thinks is about their catalog's health and a strategic end user rollout and end user adoption. They may come up with different data challenges that are creative ways to get end users looking for data to promote adoption. An administrator typically feels strongly about meaningful and strategic rollout and just overall catalog management, and capturing metrics to prove out ROI and finding new ways to drive end user adoption.
Thank you for joining us in this session. We hope that you found this information valuable and actionable. Enjoy the rest of the summit.